All right, let's go to advice for the week. Advice. Lady at the office wants it. Okay. Hey, Bill, I was wondering if you and the lovely Nia, if she's around, could help me with an issue I've been having the past couple of months. It has to do with a fucking lady at work. So this girl started at my office a little over 2 months ago, and I've been training her on basically everything. So we've been spending a lot of time together. Cue the porno music. All right. Now this girl is by no means a smoke show, but she is cute, and she's the type of girl who gets more attractive when you get to know her because she's pretty cool. We have a lot in common, like musical taste, and we both like the same beer, among other things. Oh, so you've obviously gone drinking, or at the very least, you've discussed, going out and having a few. You know what's so funny about that, sir? You didn't even think of that question. Your dick did. Your dick is always closing. Your dick is always in a 2-minute offense, But you got to be careful because just like Brett Favre, it will throw back over the middle for a pick six. And I think that's what you're about ready to do if you start banging some broad at work. Unless you have the skills. Let me finish reading this thing here. All right. Our job requires a lot of time on the road. Oh, God, this is just totally set up. Our job requires a lot of time on the road, so we have a lot of time to talk to each other while in the car. You're in the car. She smells good. She's crossing her legs. How many times you got in a fucking hard on as you've been driving with her, trying to keep up some stupid conversation as your dick's going, do it, do it. Anyways, a lot of what we've been talking about is hookups and sex and what we both like and don't like. Dude, this is a layup. You're in there. And as I could have predicted, a bit of sexual tension began to arise. What do you mean you could have predicted? Dude, don't fucking play this game with me. All right? You know what you're doing. A little bit of sexual tension that you fucking created. You're steering the conversation towards this exactly like you should be doing. This is right down the checklist. By the time I get done reading this, you'll probably fucking blow a load in her. You're doing everything you can to fuck this girl. Anyways, what didn't help the situation was one day when we admitted to each other that we would bang each other if she didn't have a boyfriend. Oh, Jesus. Dude, listen, before we go any further, I totally respect what you're doing here. All right? What I don't respect is the way you're telling it to me as if this shit is just happening and you're not manipulating the situation, okay? You're totally manipulating the situation. This is like T-ball. This is like pussy T-ball at this point. It's just sitting right there waiting for you to knock it out of the park, and it was all because of the excellent fucking work that you've done. All right? I'm going to continue to read this, all right? But I want to tell you and everybody else, don't fucking talk to me like I'm an idiot. Yeah, I guess just, and the sexual tension because we're sitting there talking about banging. How did you get on that subject? What dumb subject was she talking about as you sat there and sort of fucking forced the conversation? Not forced, because then she would have known. You just sort of gradually, how did you do it? How did you compliment her shoes or something? That's always a good thing. You know what's a great fucking way if you're trying to figure out how to turn the topic to sex and you're not at a bar or anything, is you actually compliment another woman that walks by and be like, wow, now there's a beautiful woman. I could really, and women just find that fascinating. Why? What do you like about it? Blah, 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 blah. And you start with that as the jump off point, and then you're in. Then you're in. You're in. Okay? Just don't reach out and grab her titty in a moment of fucking reflex, though, because then you'll have a problem. All right, here we go. The sexual tension only got worse as we talked about it more, saying what we would do if we ever hooked up with each other. Yeah, first of all, this girl does not love her boyfriend, and this is over. This is like a fucking Red Shoe Diary at this point. Meanwhile, when we are in the office, she calls me from her desk to mine, and sends me email trying to chit-chat and shit, and basically flirts hardcore. See, right there, dude, right there. Right there. You just had a meltdown in the nuclear plant. It's starting to spill over. You got to get this girl under wraps. This is bad. To the point where people have asked if there's anything going on between us. You're sloppy. You're young and you're sloppy. When we're out of work, she texts me constantly, which gets a little annoying, but I'd be a liar if I didn't like it because, who doesn't like flirting with an attractive lady? You told me before that she wasn't really that attractive. But after a while, she starts getting more attractive. What, after she says she wants to suck your dick? Oh, fuck. You know what this is? This chick is like a virus, and she's already contaminated your entire workspace. This might be beyond my help. I don't even know where you're going with this. Anyways, the situation came to a head one Saturday night when she texted me saying she wants to be drunk honest with me. I literally said, oh, Jesus, to myself. Why? You created this situation. And he goes, and I asked what she meant. She went on to say she wanted to make out with me because she's never felt this way about someone, and even though she loves her boyfriend, who she's about to move in with and plans on marrying, she doesn't think that making out with me is a big deal. I kind of brushed it off as a drunk text, and when she texted me the next day, I asked her if she had changed her mind, and she said no, and she still wanted to. So I ask you this, sir, what the fuck do I do? I know it sucks to be cheated on because I've been cheated on, and I don't want to do that to this dude because I've met her boyfriend once, and he's a good guy. At the same time, he's not my friend. Here's where his dick comes in to argue the other side of it. At the same time, he's not my friend, and therefore I feel I need to be loyal. I don't need to be loyal to him by not hooking up with his girlfriend. I know it'd be a sleazeball move on my part, but she's old enough to make her own decisions, and she has told me it wouldn't affect her relationship with him. Oh, Jesus, dude. Whether or not that's actually true, I won't know unless I go through with this and wait for the fallout. Exactly. Once again, she told me she wants to do that. All she wants to do is make out and not bang. But I know myself, and as a 23-year-old guy, making out doesn't quite do it for me anymore, so I know I'll try to go further. Let me know what you think. Thanks in advance. Love the podcast. All right. The question you got to ask, you need to ask two questions. How much do you like your job? And two, can her boyfriend beat the shit out of you? Does he have any felony convictions or anything like that? Because this whole thing is going to blow up in your face. This is a confused woman. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She doesn't know how to be in a relationship. She's actually using you. And you guys are going to fuck. You might not fuck the first time, but you're going to fuck. And then you're going to fuck on a regular basis unless you decide you don't want to. And it's going to get weird. This is one of these girls, no matter what, it's going to get fucking weird. So, all right. I don't know what to tell you here because I don't know all the details, but the smart move here is to not fuck this woman. Okay? People already know there's sexual tension. So if you know she has a boyfriend, they know she has a boyfriend. And you're just going to look like a piece of shit. And the whole thing's going to blow up, and it's going to be gossip. And if you have any sort of, like, desire to move up in that company, you're really going to fucking screw that aspect of it up. There's plenty of fucking women. You're 23 years old. You're in the prime of your fucking life. Go out and fuck somebody else. All right? And that whole thing there, she's got a boyfriend and, blah, 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 blah. I agree with you. That's not your fucking fault. Okay? But the thing about it is, what makes it weird is you're going to see this girl again the next day. And the next day, and the next day. And you know what's going to happen is, you're in your head, you can be like, yeah, we're just fucking because she said we're just fucking. And she said it isn't a big deal because she said it isn't a big deal. And you know what? She's gradually going to suck you into having a fucking relationship with her. And you're going to end up having to break up with somebody that you're not even going out with at fucking work. And then she's going to make your life a living hell. This fucking girl, not only can she not keep her goddamn legs closed, she can't keep her fucking mouth shut. She's going to talk to somebody else and the whole thing's going to fucking blow up. All right? So, my advice to you is don't fuck this girl. Have a mature conversation with her and say, look, it'd be one thing if you were single, but you're not. You have a boyfriend. I feel bad. I met the guy. You want to move in with them. You want to get married. This is the way you do. I really find you attractive. I would really love to hook up with you, but I can't. I wasn't raised that way. You just back out of it that way. And just get the fuck out of it, man. I'm telling you. Unless you haven't been laid in a while and you don't give a shit about your job, then just fucking bang her right on your goddamn desk in front of the security cameras. Put your website, write it on your back. And you know what? Fucking come right in her face. Give this dirty whore what she fucking deserves. But other than that, I'm telling you, the downfall of men, it's our dicks. Our dicks get us in more fucking goddamn trouble than anything else. And if you can somehow make a rational decision despite the fucking moron shit your dick is saying. Your dick is like that diva wide receiver on the football team screaming for the ball every other play, you know? And you know goddamn well it's double coverage, okay? All you need to do is just fucking wind down the last 2 minutes of the game, and there's your fucking douche screaming at you. What are you going to do? You know? That's a tough one. That's really a tough one. But you know, if you're going to break up with her, just act like you're an honorable human being. And just say, I can't do it because you have a boyfriend. Just say it like you believe it, and then get out of it. And you watch what happens. Okay? There's still going to be fallout to that. It just feels like weird, like you're not like talking to me anymore. Bitch, fuck you, you psycho. You already have a situation on your hands. Please, by the way, I'm actually invested in this emotionally now. I want to know what happens. Please let me know if you fuck her, if you don't fuck her, what happens, what doesn't happen, and all that. All right? Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's a fucking situation. Should I dump her? Dear Barbarossa. The fuck does that mean? And hopefully Nia, too. I'm in a fucked up situation right now. I've been dating this chick for the past 6 months, and it's been going fine and dandy until a few days ago. We were at the house having crazy sex, but just as she was about to climax, she kind of yelled her ex's name. Get the fuck you. That did not happen. I'm calling bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, that's hilarious. That is fucking, not only would I have laughed, I would have kept fucking her until she was done. I'd just be like, hey, look, I understand. Sorry, I'm getting on a cough drop here. I understand, you know. You're not ready. You're not ready to get into a relationship, but you're ready to fuck somebody else. That sounds like a perfect situation for me. I don't give a fuck. Yell out anybody's name you want to. I'll ghostwrite this blowjob. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Anyways. He goes on to say, I was dressed up and just left, and we haven't talked since. Now, I know for a fact that she can't be cheating on me because her ex is dead. He died like 2 years ago when they were still together. My rational side is telling me that I'm a dick and should just forgive her, but my instincts are telling me, fuck that bitch. What should I do? Best regards from Italy. Oh, first of all, I had a great time when I was in Italy, went to Rome. I can't wait to come back. I know Rome is kind of like the basic place you go when you first went there, but it's the first place I ever went. I wanted to see the Colosseum. Where else should I go? Milan, Florence, Venice, where should I go? Person from Italy, or anybody from Italy listening, let me know where I should go. But getting back to your question, should you move on? Absolutely. You should always listen to your instincts. They're always right. Or there's a reason. You know? There's a reason. I mean, dude, your rational side is telling you that you're a dick and you should forgive her? There's nothing rational about that. Let me ask you this, dude. If you were banging her, let's just say her name was Maria, right? And right as you came, you went, oh, Antonella. What the fuck would she do? Do you think she'd be back with you? Would you even question her if she didn't get back with you? You totally agree with it. If she actually got back to you with you after you did that, wouldn't you be sitting there going, what the fuck is wrong with this person? How low is your self-esteem that you're going to put up with that? And if you have low self-esteem to that level, how many dicks have been in your... sorry. That's how guys think. Yeah, dude, no. The only thing I would say is don't say fuck that bitch. She went through something unbelievably traumatic. You know, and she obviously loved the guy. I feel bad for her, and so should you, but you shouldn't get your heart mixed up in that shit. All right? That's what I would do. Yeah, and in a very nice way, I would just say, like, you know, I just don't think you're ready to be in a relationship. And no matter what she says, you just hold her to the fact that you called out your dead boyfriend's name when you had an orgasm. There's really no, you should just stop talking and come in for the hug right now. And I will not let go till you tell me to. Sorry. I'll make love until you say somebody else's name. Bill, I fucked up and could use a hand. All right, let's see. Why did you fuck up? Hey, you old biscuit bacon bitch. I fucked this one up and could use some of your broadcasted advice. I'm a 26-year-old guy living and working in the great white north, Toronto to be exact, and I love your podcast and all that shit. Thank you. Anyways, a few months ago, I started seeing this really sweet girl. She's pretty, she's thoughtful, and she's as low maintenance as a 1991 Honda Civic. Okay. It sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Everything's like fucking perfect, right? And he literally says, perfect, exclamation point. She deserves to be treated right. About a month ago, I was eating in a restaurant with a buddy when this smoking hot redhead comes up to me out of the blue and says, hey, you're cute. Take my number. Let's go out sometime. I should have said no. I have a girlfriend right then and there, but the excitement of having a babe throw herself at me was too much for me to pass up. Abso-fucking-lutely it was. That's like a fucking movie. We're not wired to pass that moment up. I'm not saying you go and do it, but Jesus. He said, I didn't have the damn strength to keep it in my pants. Later that night, after a few wobbly pops, I texted her looking to meet up. We did, and we did the deed. I felt like a piece of shit. Yes, we've all been there. As men, we've all been there. And a lot of ladies, too, which never gets any press because it's considered sexist to suggest that. Here's where it's getting interesting and slightly complicated. Not even 48 hours later, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend when she gets a call from one of her friends saying, I have some bad news to tell you. Oh, boy. I overheard the conversation coming from my girlfriend's phone, and knowing exactly what the bad news was, I snatched the phone from her and proceeded to spill my guts and told her the whole story. Well, there you go. At least you manned it up. Evidently, the friend that called was roommates with the redhead, and the redhead through social media had hunted me down and shown my picture to her roommates. Dude, you can't get away with anything anymore. Look at this. The friend goes on to tell the redhead that I have a girlfriend. Oh, dude, this is like you're going to end up with nothing here. My girlfriend obviously was super upset, but being the sweetheart she is, and after many I'm so sorry's from me, she agreed to let me try to make it up to her. How do cheaters do this shit? I didn't even last 48 hours. Cut to 2 weeks later, myself and 3 of my buddies since kindergarten are on a mountaineering expedition in Peru. Dude, what are you, fucking Jason Bourne? What's going on here? Hot chicks throwing themselves at you, now you're in fucking Peru? A trip we planned since February, and I get this panic-stricken email from my girlfriend saying she, parentheses, the redhead, had broken into my apartment and trashed the place. See attached photos. Dude, what the fuck? Women are fucking crazy. Let's just say this, okay? Like, how is she hurt? She came walking up to you, threw her fucking clam at you, you fucking took it. You're not in a relationship with her. My voice is literally cracking. You're not in a relationship. You're not in a fucking relationship with her. Dude, you need to prosecute this fucking woman. This has to stop, this whole fucking thing that when women get upset, they can destroy property. Let a guy go out and fucking trash some woman's car after she fucks around on him. He'll end up in jail and have to pay for the fucking car. Everything was smashed, my TV, one of my guitars. She cut up my bed sheets and the duvet. She even went so far as to throw all my towels in the bathtub and ran the water. How do I know it was the redhead? The dumb bitch left a note next to the TV saying, cheaters never win, or some bullshit like that. Give me a fucking break. She even bragged about the whole ordeal to her affirmation roommate. Classic guy. He just writes, sheesh. My girlfriend called the cops, and upon my return from Peru, I set up a restraining order against the redhead. You should fucking you should sue her. Here's the problem. All this drama has led to my girlfriend reconsidering her willingness to give me a second chance. Dude, here's the real thing. Anytime some fucking smoking hot girl just comes up to you and throws it at you, you know it's a head case. Go with a fake name. I feel real bad about the whole situation and want to make it work between us, but there's this little voice in my head says, let her break up with you and start fresh. I'm pretty confused. I was going to say that. Just start over again, dude. You're 26. What are you going to, You got a dick. This is going to happen. All right, so he goes, I fucked up initially, but forgiveness then got fucked with, and the forgiveness was retracted. Anyways, I hope your sage advice is half as good as those fucking pies you make. Thanks a lot, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, dude, you know what you got to do? You got to walk, and you got to have this crazy redheaded bitch pay for your shit. All right? Jesus Christ. She takes no responsibility in that, just walking around throwing a fucking pussy at everybody. I mean, what the fuck you think's going to happen? It's, you know, as a guy, you could walk around throwing your dick at fucking people for years and not get anything. This is why there's the double standard. You know, if a guy does it, he's a stud, because he has to convince people. Just the way we're set it's the way we're set up. Okay, women are no better than guys. It's what it is the way they're set up anatomically is they're letting someone enter their body. That is a major decision. Sticking your dick in something, it's, you know, it's funny. It's like, you know, it's like putting cereal back in the cabinet. I mean, you don't even fucking think about it. I probably, you know, there's probably ignorance in there. Yeah, I would just say, like, you know what? You're right. I fucked up. That's a really big pet peeve of mine, that fucking women get to do shit like that. That you just get to walk around, destroy your shit. Just fucked up your TV and all that, dude. And you just, and your whole thing is just like, sheesh. Like, we're just conditioned to be like, all right, that's what they do. They ruin your stuff. Dude, you were 100% in the wrong. You shouldn't have done it. You definitely did a piece of shit thing, you know, but that doesn't give somebody the right to break into your fucking apartment. That's breaking and entering and destroying property. She should be in jail. This is what you do. I would break up with her, and I would try to take legal action against the redhead. And at some point, you know, you want to send her a note, but don't do it. Just say, yeah, breaking and entering, you know, fucking felons never win either, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, dude, whatever, you know, it happened. And, yeah, you know what I would do? You're 26, stay single for a while. Stay single for a while, go to the gym, get back in shape, figure out what the fuck you want to do. Do you want to fuck a bunch of women, or do you want to meet the one? You know? But I think at this point, dude, you got enough fucking drama. I can't believe she gets to do that. Like, first of all, she got laid, the redhead. She got fucking laid, you know? She had a great fucking time, and she gets to bust up somebody's place like a fucking rock star and then walk out of there and feel like she's a fucking hero. This is why I don't give a shit that they make less an hour than I do. Because when you add up all the fucking perks, I mean, it's a pretty good goddamn deal being a woman. You know, you get all your emotions out all the fucking time. You get to break up people's shit. And you get to live longer than men. I don't know what the fucking problem is. You're going to complain about an extra 79 cents?
Yeah.
All right, cheating with a boyfriend.
Oh, I like these.
Yeah,
I like these.
Here we go. Hey, Billy Burr, it's cold.
So we fuck.
Yeah. No. That's making fun of my last name.
Oh, okay.
That takes me back to, like, grade school. All right. I'm a female. I got a lady writing in. By the way, dude, you're a fucking great guest, man, and you're a fucking great comedian. Kevin Shea. You got to see Kevin Shea and listen to the. Oh fuck! Don't wait. All I'm saying.
Oh, no S. But that was pretty good. All I'm saying.
And where are you performing next?
I'm at the Ice House Tuesday.
Give me a fucking paid gig, man.
Oh shit. West Palm Beach this weekend, but that's I'm with Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong, all right, the guy from The Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
The Improv?
Yeah, West Palm Beach Improv.
Yes. There you go. They can go to kevinshea.com.
Go to kevinshea.tv. Some fucking white guy in upstate New York has kevinshea.com.
Oh, kevinshea.tv.
Yes.
And go down and check him out. He's fucking hilarious. All right. Bill, I'm a female. This story isn't about me. It's about my friend.
That's a lie.
I know. My friend wants to fuck around on her husband.
That's a fucking lie.
We're in our early 20s and have been friends since high school. We've always been there for each other, and even though our friendship has been long distance since then. However, now we have a slight problem. She's been dating a guy for a year, and they've been butting heads lately. One night, she got high with her roommate, who's a guy, and they started to kiss, and then, of course, one thing led to another. Apparently, her roommate has been having feelings for her for a long time and wants to be in a relationship with her instead of just banging her. She broke up with her boyfriend using their conflicts as the reason instead of saying she cheated. Yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah, we lie.
All three of them have a bunch of mutual friends, so she wants to lay low on the fact that she cheated. She also wants to give her now ex-boyfriend time to heal before he finds out
she's dating a roommate. This is called being a class act. Why bring extra hurt, right?
Yeah, but why not? I mean, at this point, if she's feeling guilty, just fucking say it.
That's easy to say at our age. But when you're younger,
yeah, okay.
When you're younger, you don't know how to do it.
But she doesn't even have. She doesn't even know that it's obviously her that she's.
All right, let's keep going here. Yeah. I keep trying to tell her that it would be better to come clean about what she's done now than to wait it out. I know whatever their gender. I know people in whatever their gender have the ability to cheat. Growing up, I've seen how being cheated on has affected people around me, including myself. I never thought that she would be the person to cheat. So my question is. People cheat, whatever, and then now she's judging her. So my question is, how can I get it through her head, and she needs to handle this situation better, but also be a good friend to her at the same time? If Nia's there and has any advice, it would be great. Thanks to go fuck yourself. Second date problem. Oh, this is a different one.
You know what?
I think you need to butt out.
Yeah. What? Okay. If we actually think this isn't about her, which I don't, I think it's about her.
And someone's saying that to her.
Yeah. So. If this is actually
I don't think she would have worded it that way. I believe it.
Okay, if we believe it, it's none of your fucking business. You know, people make mistakes. We're all human. You know what I mean? So if you're a good, if you're a real fucking friend, you wouldn't judge her.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Once you get past the pain, she did you a favor.
Yeah.
Because, you weren't married, you didn't have any fucking kids. You didn't have a house together and all that, so who gives a fuck? And then, they were already butting heads. They weren't getting along. It was the end.
And they were 22.
Listen, it's already over relationship, and you go fuck somebody. I mean,
it's not girls.
You know what that's like? It's like an empty net goal. You know what I mean? I'll applaud it, but I mean, you didn't fake out a goalie. It's garbage time. They got all the starters on the bench. It's garbage time. It's garbage time fucking.
You know what? Have you ever...
that's it. I've done it. I've had it done to me.
Oh, God.
I found out later that she did it to me. I got mad. I was just like, who gives a fuck? It was over. It was over.
It's more than not, whatever time you're in a relationship, it was over a half. Like, if you're in 4 years, it's been done for 2 years. If that makes sense.
I would say a year and a half.
Year and a half. Breakups just don't happen overnight. You don't wake up like, I'm fucking out of here. You draw it out. You start to get distance. You start fucking
Dude, there should be a fucking course
on how to break up
in high school.
Funny.
In high school,
they should teach
young people how to do it. It would be so much better, I think, just so you don't fucking drag someone along or you don't get dragged along. So all you had to do is you just got to sit down. I remember one time I had to get out of a relationship, and I remember Steve Burr had just got out of one. This was like fucking,
years ago.
20, 25 years ago, right? And not 25, like 20 years ago. And I literally asked him, I was like, what did you say? He goes, I just sat down and said, I'm not happy. That's what he started with. And I've given that advice on here because I used that. I don't think I ever told him that. I just fucking used it.
I was like, we
need to, I'm just not like, I just, it's just not working. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. You have to get it all out.
Yeah.
And I think we should break up. And I think you just go boom, boom. It's like monkey bars. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Get across it. And then you say we're going to break up? And she's going to drag you through it like 50 fucking times. It's like lying to the cops. You just stick to your fucking story.
Yeah, but that whole I'm not happy, I've heard it and I've said it. It usually drags out for 7 more months.
No.
It does.
No, but that's you. We're not happy. It's not working out. We need to break up. I want to break up. What the fuck? It's done.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it never works that way. Usually the other person's like, no, we can work this out.
Well, then that's when you have to go Al Madrigal. Listen,
if
you're living together.
Yeah.
If you're living together.
It's hard.
Then it's hard. If you're not living together, you have to go Al Madrigal.
What? Now I want to know.
Al never told you that?
No, I want to know.
Dude, Al had a breakup one time. This chick had some shit at his house. He knew he was going to break up with her. Before he broke up, he told her, hey, I'm going to come over tonight. I think we need to talk about some things. So she's like, oh, okay. He fucking got a box, packed all his shit up that was at his apartment, walked over, set the box down and said, we got to break up. It's not working. Dude, it was fucking clean.
Yeah.
Over.
That's easy for Al because Al's a fucking maniac. Like when he has
his you can learn from maniacs.
No, I love maniacs. I'm kind of a maniac.
You are.
I am kind of a maniac.
I'm a psycho.
When it comes to breaking up, they've never been good.
No, they're never good. That's why you got to get through it.
If you live with them, it's harder. If you don't live with them, it's easy.
And that's why people fucking hang in and then they start cheating and they're doing all of this fucking shit because they're basically mentally broken up. So that woman there essentially didn't even as far as like and on an emotional level,
Yeah.
didn't fucking. On a physical level, she cheated, but on an emotional level, she didn't because she already fucking broke up with the guy.
She was done.
Yeah.
I find that when women are done, they're done.
Here's one. Here's one when you know the other person was already fucking other people. Okay, when someone breaks up with you and they're not even crying, like that means they already cried it out with their fucking friends. They got no tears left, and it's just like, wow, man, how long is this shit been over?
You know, I've never cried at a breakup. I can't, and they get.
Well, guys
mad.
don't cry.
They get mad. All my ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends. They're like, they cried. I was like, because they were fucking. I was gonna say the other word, so I'm glad I didn't. But
Which I would have known what you meant.
This is how I know. This is how I know when it's done. When they don't kiss you goodbye in the morning. Like, because I don't get up for work.
This is how I know it's done.
Yeah.
When they're mad at you and you don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
because
And then they come in and they start doing the cold shoulder
Yeah,
thing.
you're like-
and they're not fucking you. It's just like,
and you're like,
Good.
okay, good. No,
Good.
you're right. You're right, because then you start getting more productive because you got so much mental time. Oh, it's the
there's
best.
nothing worse than getting dumped. But if you're the one breaking up with dude, I've been on both sides.
Yeah,
I've
God.
broken hearts. I've had my heart broken.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I think that's why I'm so numb to it all now.
Yeah.
Just fucking numb. But
Oh
you
no,
know,
I already know. If my marriage never worked out, I would never get married again, and I would just give my wife fucking everything, and then I'll go live in a fucking trailer.
my buddy.
I'm not doing it again. I'm not getting on the fucking ride again.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'll just fucking wherever she lives, I'll just drive the trailer down the street so I can still see my kid.
You can send in one of those AirPods. You ever see those things?
I don't know. I would get a fucking. I'd buy one of those VW buses. No, I get a studio. I
Yeah.
get all the sports packages. That'd be it.
I don't.
Electronic drum kit. I just go back to what the fuck I had.
I'm actually shocked that you got married. To be honest with you,
Best thing I ever did.
one is great, but it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever getting married. To be honest, it's like I want to get married, but I don't know if I'm too.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm too.
42, I wasn't married. I got married at 45.
I got 3 more years.
I mean, it's great. And then all of a sudden, I'm like 5 years in. I'm already going to turn 50. Where the fuck am I going?
Actually,
Where am I going? What am I going to go back to fucking the club?
This girl's-
Hey, ladies, you looking for a bald redhead?
Oh God, it's so sad. I see comics like that. I don't want to mention any names, but when you see
Oh, believe me, dude, that was
it's
a
so
motivation.
sad.
I'm not going to be the cliche.
Yeah, it's so fucking sad. I was like, oh God, I don't. Oh, it's so sad. I don't like dating. I can't tell you. I haven't dated since I started doing stand up. Really, if that makes any sense. Like I meet girls and then we just start hanging out, and then I end up picking them. That sounds weird.
You start what?
We start hanging out, and then I just pick them. I was like, oh, this is the one. I'm gonna hang out with this one for a while.
Do they know that's what you're doing?
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, you need to just listen. The best thing I have fucking learned is you just got to fucking say what you're thinking.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the reasons most of the women that I date like me, because I pretty much say what I'm thinking.
That's all. How happy would you be if a woman did that?
It'd be fucking amazing.
I'm not saying like, hey, you look ugly today. I'm not saying that,
No,
but I mean like, you know, don't be mean, but like just say, dude. I remember one time a watershed moment in my relationship was, Nia had one of her friends was having a fucking birthday party.
Yeah.
Right. The same night the Celtics and Lakers were playing like Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Okay. She's like, what are you doing Tuesday? Right. She doesn't talk like that. That's just how it sounds in my head. So she's like, what are you doing Tuesday? So I'm like, I'm watching the game. She's like, does the pouty face. You know, the manipulation
Yeah,
starts.
yeah. I hate that
The
shit.
sexy voice and then the pout, right? So she's already tried 2 fucking tactics. And not only is her friend having a birthday party, it's like some fucking 1920s themed birthday party, so I have to buy a fucking costume.
Like a flapper.
Yeah, I got to dress like I'm in the Purple Gang or some shit, right? So she goes, do you want to go? And I said, no.
I like that.
She goes-
I like that.
Yeah. She goes, what do you mean, no? She goes, why not? I go, that sounds horrific.
Yeah.
She goes, she laughed. She goes, what do you mean? She goes, she's a friend of yours. I go, no, she isn't. I go, she's your friend. I've become friendly with her because you know her.
Yeah.
But she's not my friend. I was sick this week. She didn't know. She didn't call. She's not my friend. I just kept saying no. And the more I said no, the more she thought it was funny. Well, she got frustrated, and then she just started laughing. I go, I'm not going fucking down there dressed like Charlie Chaplin. I want to watch this game. I don't want to fucking do this. So then she goes, can't you just, she goes, well, what time does the game start? I go, you're such a asshole.
Yeah.
So now I got to go to this fucking party and then race back. So then I just made a compromise. I said, all right, the game fucking starts
Are you wet?
at whatever. I said, here's the deal. I go, I will drive you there. I will make an appearance. I'm not dressing up, and I'm leaving with plenty of fucking time to get back.
Yeah.
So before the game starts.
Yeah.
All right? And I don't want to hear you go, hey, you leaving it really? I don't want to hear that. Once again, that's not how she sounds. That's how she sounds when she says shit like that. So she said, fine. So I fucking show up. I drop this thing off, and I show up, and there's all these fucking guys there dressed like fucking Charlie Chaplin
God.
and Al Capone and shit. And I come walking in with like a fucking Celtics shirt on, dressed all regular. They're just like, hey, you didn't dress up? I said, no, I'm getting out of here in like 10 minutes. And they go, where you going? I go, I'm going to watch the Celtics game, man. It's the finals.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I remember the look on their faces.
They were so
and I was
mad.
thinking, yeah, I felt awesome.
I bet they were so jealous.
Dude, you know what? Dude, you know how many times I've been the guy in the fucking
Really?
Chaplin outfit? Oh, yeah.
You know what? I've always been pretty hard about saying no. Like, I'll just say no. You know what I mean? But then I'm pretty good about compromise, though, if they want to do something important to them. So as long as I get to do what I want, and then if they have something.
Yeah. I have a bunch of compromises. I have okay, but you're driving and I'm drinking.
Oh.
I'll go to brunch if you drive and I can drink.
That's the thing. That is the one thing.
I don't do brunch.
Yeah, that's the one thing I fucking.
This is every time they walk.
Oh.
There's a line, and then they walk and they come out. They go, "It's gonna be 40 minutes. Is that all right,
dude?
No, it's not all right. This is
not.
my fucking day too.
And it's a Sunday.
What the fuck?
It's a
I'm
Sunday.
actually gonna get pissed, dude. What the fuck do we take them to on a weekend where we walk out and be like, if they said it's gonna be 40 minutes,
They would lose their shit.
oh, they would. They would
lose their fucking
pout.
shit.
They would pout. They would pout. All right.
As you might have guessed at this point, still no baby. So we're still fucking waiting. We are still waiting on pins and needles. And I am getting to the fucking point where it's just like, it's like enough already. It's just like, it's like waiting to go on stage in front of a rowdy crowd. You just want to be like, can you just bring me up already so I can fucking get this over with? Oh my God. And I've become an expert at talking people out of the vortex of them giving me advice about what to do on the day. Because they just start telling me their stories, and then I'll just be like, hey, did you see that fucking nor'easter they just had back? You got family back east? And I waltz them out of the conversation. Because I've tried being blunt with people, being like, listen, hey, I don't care. I don't want to hear your fucking story. Your fucking story is not going to help me. Your story is all about you and you just talking about yourself and everything that you learned. I don't give a shit. I've talked to 1,000 fucking people, it seems like, and every one of you tells me a different story and a different thing for me to expect, which makes me feel like every fucking thing's a little bit different. So for the love of God, can you please shut the fuck up? Can you please stop with the verbal home videos? I can't wait to be a dad and not tell other people how to be a dad. That is my goal as a parent. I probably won't do it. I'll probably fucking follow the herd right over the cliff and be like, you know what you got to do? I'll tell you right now, look out for this. You know? You know, this person told me the other day that fucking I would never play drums again the second my kid's born. Can you fucking believe how ridiculous that is? You won't be playing drums anymore. Oh, really? Well, you know, fucking Dave Grohl plays drums. He plays guitar too, and he sings in a band while touring the world. As far as what I've read, he's got a couple of kids. I think he's doing fine. John Bonham had a kid when he was fucking 19. His band didn't even make it yet. He had a fucking kid before his band made it. He was a teen dad before MTV. And he went on to become arguably the greatest rock and roll drummer of all fucking time. You know what? I think old Freckles can sneak in a couple of paradiddles. What do you think? You know what I really think about parents? I think that there's certain people that know how to be a parent and not lose themselves in it. And actually still have a balance in their life where they have a card game every once in a while. Obviously, your life has to adjust. But these fucking people that just like, they have no life and they just sit there staring at their children, you know? Honey, don't touch, no. They never let their kids fall down. They don't let them fucking do everything. They just sit there like a fucking penguin with that goddamn egg underneath them, except the kid's already bored. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be my life. You know what I mean? I think if a kid is inside, considering that we were cavemen and we used to have babies and they were in caves, and at any point a saber-toothed tiger can come in and fucking just take the kid from you, and then that's it. The fact that you're fucking inside with fucking central air, heating, and food. You don't have to hunt. You can go right down the street, go to the grocery store. I know I'm oversimplifying this, but I have to be honest with you. When I talk to other parents, all they do is just give me anxiety. I'm so excited for this thing to happen, and then I talk to people that have kids, and they just dump all this anxiety on you. And I swear to God, I might be reading into this, but there's like a certain, like 30% of them that take like a certain perverted joy in making you not feel well about this experience that's allegedly the greatest experience you're ever going to have. Like, they actually take this perverse joy. And I think that those people are actually bad parents, because I think, I'm totally guessing here, I think that they resent their children and what they took from them. And they still wanted to do blow and go around and fucking have random sex with people. And they never quite got past, they didn't quite fuck enough broads or jump on enough dicks. I don't know what it is, but I found it equally with men and women. Like 30% of them will take a perverse joy in trying to infuse some sort of like preemptive misery into your fucking life. Because I can tell you this right now, I'm still going to play fucking drums. I have to, because if I don't, I will go out of my fucking mind. I'm not saying I'm going to play as much as I play, but to sit there, and if you fucking think that I'm going to sit here with the 71 Green Sparkle fucking Ludwig drum kit and I'm not going to keep fucking playing this thing, those people who out there who play an instrument, okay, but you don't make a living off of it and you stop playing it because you have a kid. Do you ever think about maybe, just playing the instrument in front of your kid, and maybe that they'll take to it, or maybe they'll play an instrument that they could play, and then together you could have your own little fucking, good time together, bonding through the wonder of having music as a fucking hobby. Who are you hurting? Tell you right now, you better play that ukulele, because once that kid comes, you're never going to play it. I mean, what is this kid like some little Donald Trump, and he's going to fire me as a dad if I continue to do my little rudiments on my practice pad? How about I watch less TV? The amount of time I spent watching all the Bruins and Celtics, why don't I take that out of my life and then put that towards watching the kid and then continue to play drums? I mean, there's adjustments you can make, right? Sister's girlfriend. Dear Bill, the red bitch Burr. My twin sister is a lesbian, and she's dating a lady who was bisexual. She was bisexual, and then what? Became totally homosexual and went back to heterosexuality, or is she asexual? At first, we weren't close or anything, but we did get along. With your twin sister, not the bisexual woman, right? Then about a year ago, we ran into each other at a club oh, no, you're talking about the bisexual lady. My sister is a lesbian, and she was dating a lady who was bisexual. First, we weren't close or anything, but we got along. I'm assuming you're talking about the bisexual lady. Then about a year ago, we ran into each other at a downtown club. We had a few we have a few drinks, just start talking about random stuff. She came back. She's going to try to finger bang the whole family here. Until a friend of mine invited us to a party at some guy's house. We went and had a lot more to drink, and then one thing led to another. What does anything good ever come after? And then, one thing led to another. That's when you're fast forwarding through a piece of shit thing you did or something you're embarrassed of. Hey, one thing led to another. No one ever talks about fucking, hey, how did you hit that winning game shot? Well, they inbounded the ball, and one thing led to another. And, I hit the shot to win the championship. You will tell every fucking detail. I was running down the court. With every step, I could feel my heartbeat. I knew somebody had to step up, and I knew that someone was going to be me. Right? That's how you tell it when you did some good shit. You did some bad shit. Yeah, one thing led to another, and the guy was on the ground, and he wasn't breathing. So, I don't know what happened. Okay, one thing led to another. We ended up having sex. The next day, we came to and both felt horrible about what happened. You both came to? I just pictured that fucking, take my picture, smack my bitch up. Remember that? Madonna was in the background going, oh, she was singing like the fucking opening to Star Trek. The next day we came to and both felt horribly about what happened. She then told my sister that she slept with the man, but didn't tell her it was me.
Oh, wait, you're a guy. I thought this was a lady. Oh, okay. I'm bisexual. I don't know. All right, wait a minute. All right, your twin sister is a lesbian. She's dating a lady. He's bisexual. Yada, yada. At first, we weren't close or anything, but we got along. Okay, and then you ran into her, and you fucked your fucking sister's girlfriend. No wonder you went with one thing led to another. Then we came to like you were both drugged. Oh, these are classic. You feel horrible about this, sir. Or you don't, and but you want to get away with it, so you're blowing through the details. Well, this is very underwritten for what the fuck has just gone down here. Jesus Christ. She then told my sister that she slept with a man, but didn't tell her it was me. Dude, this chick is a psycho. For the past year, I've been torn up about it. I need your unbiased style of advice. Should I tell my sister that it was me or not? Thanks. P.S. Come to blah, blah, blah. I would love to see you again. Dude, no. Don't say you die with that secret. Die with that secret and hope that woman fades away. And then if it ever comes back around, she said it was you. And just be like, it was. The fire one time we had a couple of drinks. One thing led to another. I wouldn't say a fucking word. Don't say a fucking word, okay? The fly in the ointment here is this bisexual lady, okay? She's jumping all over the fence. She's fucking sisters. She's fucking brothers. And she's fucking white people. No, I'm kidding. She's fucking two people. She's the fly in the fucking ointment, okay? She said the shit. I don't know why she's doing that. She's like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction if she fucked both Michael Douglas and the hottie he was married to. And the rabbit, okay? Just fuck this lady. Just, you know what? You just sit tight, okay? This is like you're in a sub and you cut the engines and you're just hoping that they're not going to start dropping death charges. You just hope you get through it. Sometimes in life, you just shut the fuck up. This is one, I wouldn't say anything, okay? And if she brings it up, yeah, you slept with her, what are you going to do? This is the thing. This lady's out of her fucking mind. There's no way your sister's going to end up with her, okay? There's no way she's going to end up with her. All right? This woman's out of her fucking mind. So she's eventually going to fade away. All you have to do is just hope that when it comes time for the breakup, that the crazy bitch is breaking up with your sister. Because if your sister goes to break up with her in that highly emotional moment, she might drop the bomb. Okay? And then you just got to play it like, she said, what? No, that never. You were just breaking up, Dad. She said that's why. She was saying it because you broke her. And then she walks to the room. You're like, all right, I did it. Because one thing led to another. Boyfriend's obsessed with video games. Hey, Buffalo Bill. I love your podcast and I'm a huge fan. My boyfriend and I both love to listen to your rants about whatever bullshit comes to mind. I myself have ADD and can find myself rambling about something completely different than whatever it was I started to ramble about. Anyway, my boyfriend has always been a huge fan of video games and he can play them all day if he could. More recently, he has been obsessed with one game in particular for the last 8+ months and has really put a strain on our relationship. He will turn on his Xbox from the second he gets home until about 4 hours before he has work the next morning. Jesus. So we pretty much spend no time together unless it's me watching him play with his friends. He talks to his friends while he plays online, in which case, even if I do say something to him, he either doesn't hear me or just ignores me. I've tried talking to him about it, and he refuses to change or compromise. It's even started to affect our sex life. Well, I imagine it would, because he has no time for sexy time. We're both still young and in our late 20s, and I hate that I'm practically begging him to turn off the game so we can canoodle in the sheets. I've been contemplating just breaking off our relationship of 5+ years because it's been this way for months and it has only gotten worse. I'd love to hear what the wise Nia has to say as well. Thanks for all the good laughs and congratulations on both of yous on the new baby Burr. Thank you. Unfortunately, Nia's not here. Let me see if I can get her. Hold on one second. Okay, she's on her way down. I would say, first of all, you've been together for 5+ years. Initially, my first thought when you were doing this is what I would do if what would make me pay attention is I would just start going out with your friends and just start wearing fucking sexy outfits and shit, and he'll get the message immediately. If you walk out the door looking good and he's sitting there fucking playing video games and stuff, and if he doesn't get that hint, then yeah, you got to be thinking like, well, what the this guy's more interested in this shit than what I'm doing over here with my fucking Christmas leggings, going out to a Christmas party dressed like a fucking hot piece of ash over here. That's what the fuck I would do. You've already tried to talk to him. I got to be honest with you. I understand people becoming obsessed with video games. It's why I don't play them. But to me, I'm a bit of a cunt when it comes to video games. To me, that's a child activity. You know what I mean? Like, what is this person working towards? What do they have for a fucking job? They come home from their job and they just play a video game for the whole fucking rest of the day. It does not sound like a driven man. That's another fucking red flag. So that's what I would just start building a life. Initially, I would start building a life without him to see if he notices, and maybe you guys can get back to where you were. Or if he doesn't notice, then you already have a head start on getting the fuck away from this guy. So the lovely Nia's here. I'm going to hit pause and let her read this email. Or Nia, if you just want to, you can just read this while I continue to ramble here. It starts right here. My boyfriend's been a fan of the video games, yada, 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 and all that shit. So that's basically, that's what I would do. And as I mentioned a long time ago, the last video game that I played was Grand Theft Auto 3, and it literally consumed my life. I would be walking to the comedy clubs, getting on a bus, and I would be thinking about the game when I wasn't even at home. I'd be waiting to go on stage, thinking about, okay, you know, I'll finish this set and I'll go home and I'll use the cheats and I'll just go on a fucking rampage and all that shit. And it just kind of took over my life. So here's the lovely Nia with her advice. Oh.
First of all, can I just say that this problem really sucks. And it's really annoying. And that you're both in your 20s and he's like addicted to playing video games. I'm sorry, but that's a lame ass and you need to move on. Seriously. 5 years, 5+ years. It's been this way for months and it's only gotten worse. Yeah. You said you tried to talk to him about it and he refuses to change or compromise. Well, it's just, yeah, he obviously, his priorities are this video game. I don't know if is there something else going on in your relationship, or did he have some kind of something bad happen recently that he doesn't want to deal with or something? And that's why he's so consumed by the video games? Because I'm just trying to think, like, what normal, healthy, happy person just all of a sudden
doesn't want to bang his broad.
Yeah, and hands over his life to a video game. Like, I feel like something happened and he's not able to, like...
But you talk too quietly.
Okay, because you're sticking it in my face, like...
Well, because you do this, you start talking all the way over here and the people can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the levels here.
Oh, all right. So...
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I would not necessarily say, listen, it's the video games or me, but you can just say something along those lines of like, listen, I feel like I'm not a priority in your life, and if that's the case, then we really need to talk about this relationship, because if you're not into it, then just let me go so I can find somebody who's into me and is going to pay attention to me and not their Xbox.
This is what I was saying she should do. She should just fucking dress like a whore and go out that night and just see if he notices. Like, just have like fucking, you know, the fucking thigh highs on and all that shit. If he doesn't get it, then
Thigh highs?
yeah, just dress like a fucking whore.
Thigh highs.
There's stockings. They go up to your thighs
I know
and then
what
they
thigh highs
stop,
are.
and there's this glorious little fucking hint of leg.
You're so old that you feel like women are going out in like thigh highs, like they're like saloon mistresses, like on Westworld.
Why? Because I came of age in the 1800s? Why you acting like you guys don't always whore it up every fucking holiday? You whore it up on your birthday. You whore it up on Halloween. You whore it up on Christmas.
Sex it up. It's called being sexy.
Sexing it up.
Sexing
it up. Putting
Not
your clam
whoring
on the
Sexing
fucking
it up.
platter. That's what you guys do.
It's different.
Yeah, titties out, clam peeking out from
No,
underneath
I
the
don't
sheet.
know, because I don't believe in that passive aggressive shit. It's just like, listen, motherfucker, are you into this or not? Because if not, then I need to move on. The thing is, though, honey, he's made his choice. That's what I think that you don't necessarily want to fully admit to. He's made his choice. He's more interested in the video game for whatever reason. He won't talk about it. He won't compromise. He's made his choice. Maybe he's not into the relationship anymore. Is that a possibility? Is it a possibility that he...
Maybe she needs to whore it up.
She's saying she's trying to like beg him to even have sex, which is ridiculous. It could be that he's just not into the relationship anymore, and he's such a fucking pussy ass puss that he's waiting for you to be the one to dump him. Because a lot of people do that. A pussy ass puss.
What is that?
I don't even know. But some people they don't want to be the bad guy, or they're just immature and cowardly. So they don't want to say, listen, I think we should break up, because they feel guilty because it's been 5+ years. So they do shit like this to like make you be the one to break up with them because they're cowards. You know what I mean? So it is possible.
So in conclusion, what are you saying?
I'd say dump his ass. Bye.
There you go. All right. See that?
My girl wears entirely too much makeup. Oh, Billy Firecrotch. I've been dating a girl for 3 years who is fantastic. Fantastic. She's caring, listens to me bitch about work, and is a crazed lunatic in a good way, in the sack. All right. So she's great in bed and she puts up with you. What's to not like? My one problem is that she wears way too much makeup. She watches YouTube videos all the time dealing with ways to put on makeup, but she always looks like she uses too much. Her eyebrows look kind of like Groucho Marx by the end of it. My dilemma is, how do I go about telling her nicely that she should ease up on the makeup? She's very sensitive about her looks. Yeah, I would guess that, but also values my opinion, which is why I'm in a tough spot. I kind of feel like a jerk too, because if this is my one problem, then I should be able to deal with it, right? The lovely Nia should probably weigh in on this also, if she's not asleep. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Well, unfortunately, she's not here. Yeah, I would just, I don't know, one time when she's not wearing makeup, just tell her how pretty she looks. And just tell her that you love the way she looks. Just start there. Gradually, build up her fucking confidence. And I don't know how you could ever just say, you wear too much makeup. If you just said it, how would you say it? Well, let's get to the truth of the matter. You're obviously attracted to her. You obviously think she's beautiful, but she wears so much makeup. Yeah, if a woman wears too much makeup, they can start looking crazy. Then also, they give you a hug, and it's just like you have like the imprint of their face. You know what I mean? Is that called a stigmata? What's the thing when you have fucking Jesus' face on you? Ah, Christ, I always have to look. You know how many times I fucking looked up this word? It's a fucking great song, too. That's stigma. All right, stigmata is a term used. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is all this religious shit. It's a term used by members of the Christian faith to describe body marks, sores, or sensations of pain in locations corresponding to the crucifixion wounds of Jesus Christ, such as hands, wrists, and feet. Oh, give me a fucking break. What the fuck is wrong with people? Jesus is in me and my hands fucking hurt. I mean, can you fucking imagine? Let's just fucking say, okay, for the sake of fucking argument, that Jesus Christ is a real person. And that shit happened to him. For you to fucking sit there and be like, oh, my fucking hands hurt. Do you realize how insulting that is? To fucking J-Star there? This guy had fucking nails. Isn't it in his arms? I mean, if you did it to his hands, the weight of his fucking body, they would have ripped off. Didn't they actually do it in the fucking wrists? Between the radius and the ulna? The fucking agony that this person went through, and you're gonna fucking sit there, oh yeah, I kind of feel it too. How fucking self-centered are you? All right, so she wears too much makeup. Yeah, I would just say, I would just tell her how pretty she is. And rather than saying you wear too much makeup, I would more phrase it like, you don't have to wear all that makeup. You should show the world your beautiful face. You're covering it up. See, I would go in a very positive way. But I would just ease into it. When she's not wearing makeup, you just keep telling her how pretty she looks. You know what I mean? And then hopefully she'll get past that. Because that's a sad thing. If someone's walking around, they don't like how they look. I don't know. People are fucking nuts. I think the internet makes people even more fucking nuts. Just sitting there looking at all these people, all these Instagram people and all this fucking shit. It drives people, you get a little crazy. Fiance's parents are evil. But I can't do anything about it. All right. So I'm getting married this month. Super excited to marry the love of my life. Congratulations. But the whole experience is going to be awkward and weird because their parents don't like me. In fact, they hate me. Oh, Jesus. I'll not give you the whole, what, does she come from money and you're fucking Billy Joel? You marry an uptown girl, huh? You're singing in your garage? Let's see. I'll not give you the whole convoluted story, but the upshot is that they're conservative, upper class, highly successful Latin American business types, while I'm an Australian middle class lefty arts graduate. I knew they came from money. Anyway, we've been together for almost a decade now, and even though I know they've said horrible things about me behind my back and tried to talk her into leaving me numerous times, they've always been pleasant to my face. Oh, that's even worse. That said, there were a few years there where they didn't talk to either of us after we told them we wouldn't baptize the hypothetical children we still don't have, but we don't mention that. Okay. So you guys are agnostic or something? I don't know. Basically, it's going to kill me to have to look at their stupid fucking heads on my wedding day. We only invited them out of a sense of obligation, but now it's hitting home that I'm actually going to be part of this family now. What I need is a long-term plan of attack to survive the next few decades until they shuffle off this mortal coil. I know living a happy life with their daughter should be all the revenge I need, but if you saw her father's face, you'd want to give him the old right there, Fred, too. Guess I need some kind of middle ground. Any advice? Fanta nuts? I don't even know what that means. Go fuck yourself. Come to Australia. Imagine that's some sort of red nut over there. I have no idea. Joe Bartnick just texted me, said smiling like the butcher's dog. Good for him. All right. Any advice? The most important thing that you said there is that you're realizing that you're marrying into this family. And that is something that you never really fucking think about enough. I don't think enough people do until you just picture this person is going to hold your child someday and want to take the kid to a ball game. Or whatever. So there is that. But I don't know. The only way to do it, there's one way to do it. You could just try to kill the guy with kindness, or you could just sit down and look at the guy and just say, look, man, who's kidding who? I know you don't like me. I know you're just being polite out of, respect for your daughter or whatever. But you don't have to be nice to me anymore. We can see each other on the holidays or whatever. Anytime you want to come over, don't say that. Don't say you don't want to come over. Jesus. That would drive me nuts if the guy was being phony nice to me. I would, at some point, have to say to the guy, listen, you don't, maybe just say that. Go out golfing with the guy and just say, listen, man, I don't want to be any more of a thorn in your side than I already am. Just know that you don't have to pretend to like me. Okay? Then he just fucking walks off the first tee. I got to be honest with you, dude. I don't know what to tell. These are tough ones, man. This is really fucking... How close do you live to them? That's another one. If you guys live a state away and you only see them 3-4 times a year, you can tough out a couple of weekends. You know what I mean? However, if they live right down the fucking street, and then they don't approve of you, and then you have a kid... and then they're going to question how you're bringing it up, and they're already getting involved. I can tell you this, they're already way too fucking involved. All right? This is the deal. You can say whatever the fuck you want about whoever your kid's dating until they get married. Once they get fucking married, you got to back off, unless it's obviously something horrible. One person's abusing the other person, but, they got to back the fuck off. So maybe you got to have that conversation. Just be like, listen, I know you don't like me, but I love your daughter, and she loves me, and we got married. So you need to deal with that. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, you need to deal with it. We got married, all right? So I don't need you coming over here giving me the fucking stink face in my own house, all right? You already did it once. You do it again, I'm going to take your head, I'm going to stick it right in the fucking icebox, all right? I fucking had enough of you. Yeah, fuck this guy. I have no good advice for you, sir. I don't know what to tell you. I just hope it works out. But don't take any shit from the guy. And when it comes to you and your wife, I would just make jokes about it. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with your dad today. She'd be like, really? No, he hates me. Remember? Whatever, just keep it light. But don't joke about it too much, because then she'll say, but it really bothers me that he doesn't like you. I want everybody to like each other. Sir, I think you're gonna be okay, but I'd be lying to you if if I didn't tell you that 17% of me thinks that you're really fucking stepping into some shit here. But you know what? Everybody who gets married does. So, good luck to you. Good luck to you, but don't take any shit from that guy. I think you can get to the mom. You can charm her, right? I bet you can charm her. Women are more forgiving, right? Until they're not, and then they'll fucking kill you in your sleep. But generally speaking, they're fucking more forgiving. And I think if she really sees a love between the two of you, she could back off. And then that's what you do. This is what you do. You divide and conquer. Fuck him. All right, I think I'm onto something. Fuck that guy. Make her mom love you. All right, that's it. And then she'll start nagging at him, and he'll either go one or two ways. He'll either give in and eventually like you, or two, it'll fucking eat him up and he'll die sooner. All right, Jesus. Had to go all the way to there, Bill? Yeah, evidently it did. All right.